You know what I don't understand? I do not understand how Maura Healey can continue to campaign on affordability, but meanwhile, her own administration has blown through $1.4 billion in taxpayer money over the last couple of years. And I'm not even talking about the no big contracts, the illegal immigrants, the cost of energy. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the USDA's own reporting for the Massachusetts SNAP benefit program. I mean, something has absolutely got to give here. We had a 12.49% SNAP error rate. It is the worst in New England. It is one of the worst in the entire country. We are right up there with other repeat offenders. But it only gets worse because now, I may have said this before, but there is a federal law that is going to force these states, these incompetent states like Massachusetts, to pay back what they have effectively lost or what they've defaulted on. And that number, people are estimating it's going to be somewhere between $300 to $350 million. This is going to occur every single year until they fix the SNAP error rates. That's what's going to happen. It's like $90 per taxpayer household in Massachusetts annually because the state can't run its own damn program. And, you know, before the spin doctors at Beacon Hill tried to, blow this out of proportion and tried to tell us that, well, you know what? There are some states that are getting this pushback. You're going to have more time. They're delaying the payments. It's not us. We're not going to be part of that program. You know why? We're not going to be part of that program because of the threshold that we're at. That program is for states that are between the 6 to 10% threshold. This does not apply to us. We are at 12.49%. So that puts us in one of the worst brackets in the entire country. So we're not going to have a delay. We're not going to have a grace period. We're not going to have anything. And if you're wondering why this is happening, if you're wondering why we are in this position that we're in, it's not only that these people just don't care, it's because Massachusetts uses something called simplified reporting. And it's exactly what you would think it would be. It basically means that the state doesn't check eligibility on the regular. That's all that it means. So the certification periods here, they run up to 3 years before they decide to recheck eligibility. Some states do it every 3 or 4 months. We let it ride out for 3 years because who knows why. Then there's another program. It's called BBCE. It stands for Broad-Based Categorical Eligibility. And what that means is they're basically waiving the asset test. And what it does is it pushes income eligibility up to 200% of the poverty line. So in turn, what that translates to is that there's more than 70% of the error rates in Massachusetts, the cases that are actually identifiable error rates, tracing back to households that enrolled in this program in the first place through that specific pathway. It's 70%. So this isn't some kind of like bad luck. This isn't some kind of accounting error. This is deliberate. It's deliberate. Then on top of that, Massachusetts ended up handing out 120,000 discretionary exemptions last year. So what that means is that we waived work requirements and it's basically no questions asked. That's what it means. And look, you guys know me. I am not opposed to people getting put on the welfare programs, but by the love of God, at the very least you could do is monitor these programs. At the very least you could do is run these programs and not run them into the ground so that people take advantage of them and then everybody else is on the hook. That's what's going on here. The state knows about this. They know about this and they refuse to fix it. Healey talked about hiring more caseworkers to fix the problem. And then what happened is I didn't see anybody ask this question. So they were going to spend upwards of like $140 million, again, of our money to fix the problem. They were going to hire more caseworkers, right? And then what happened is the budget came out and it was short by around $21 million. So that means they did not hire as many caseworkers, at least I'm assuming, as intended, because it was short by $21 million. But regardless, this is like investing $10,000 to lose $15,000. That's what's going on. So not only are we out the $10,000, but we're out an additional $5,000. We're out the additional $5,000 because there's a problem that we created. And now, because of that problem, we have to spend more taxpayer money to try to fix the problem. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's completely outrageous. It is. I don't understand how we could put ourselves and keep digging ourselves deeper and deeper into the grave. Really, how much longer? Again, I don't care if it's Democrat, Republican, unenrolled, independent, doesn't matter to me. How much longer are you guys going to have to deal with this? How much longer is it going to take before people realize, hey, something is going on here? Again, this is only the SNAP program. This isn't even looking into the other corruption that is going on here. And really, how long is it going to take before the trees realize that they keep on voting for the damn axe? Because that is what happens inside of Massachusetts. You guys, I see many times, many times. Now, they get ratioed big time in Facebook groups. They get ratioed big times when they post on Facebook as well. What I mean by that is all you need to do is look at any of these legislators' posts. I mean, everybody is either downvoting the posts, laughing emojis, thumbs down, no matter what it is. People are not happy with the way things are. That's the problem. And the fact remains, they know what the problems are. These people inside of the legislature know what the issues are, but it seems like they don't want to fix the problems and they want to campaign in the future on fixing those problems. At least that's the way it seems to me. I don't know. All I know is that we cannot keep on going down the same hole. The debt ratio on a per person basis is one of the highest in the entire country. Okay? I'm all for helping people, like I said, but you cannot be wasteful inside of these programs. You need to monitor what you're doing. So again, we're in the hole. We're going to be further in the hole, and it's going to be continuous year after year after year if they don't fix this, and they refuse to fix it. They refuse to fix it. They refuse to send anything over to the federal government so these rolls could be audited because they're scared that ICE is going to show up and arrest people that probably shouldn't be on the program in the first place. It is pathetic. It is so pathetic because what ends up happening is that you end up playing favorites. You end up picking favorites, and then all of the other taxpayers inside of Massachusetts are left to pick up the slack because you guys are incompetent. That's the truth. That's it. I don't want to rant anymore.